Would you please put your knob away just 'cause the sun's out? No, I won't. Come on, love. Have a look. Welcome to Norwich, where it's another day off, but first we need to stop by the antique shop, where this lovely lion is sadly not for sale, and even if it was, would probably be way out of our price range. Now this is Paul's Ferry, a 15th century flintstone watergate next to a 17th century ferry house. On the River Wensum, there are some lovely parts of Norwich. Oh, what's he doing here? I think he's lost. Anyway, we're off to the Norwich Union building, which sounds fucking boring. However, when you see inside, you realise how we used to build things really nice, even back in the 1920s. Look at these old nice houses. I bet they cost a few quid to live in now. Now, just beyond these nice houses is the Norwich Posh School, where the parents pay thousands of pounds for their little angels to be educated in peace and quiet. You know what I mean. They're not just going to send them down the old comprehensive, are they? I wonder why. Lovely looking building. Now, originally here was a Regency era building known as Bignord House from around 1764, which was both a family home and the offices from the Norwich Union founders, now known as Aviva. And then in 1900 the old structure was demolished to make way for this building for the Norwich Union Life Insurance Society, which is where we're waiting for our fat lefty tour guide to show us around. There she is over in the corner, in the red. And here is the Marble Hall. Now there are 15 varieties of marble in this hall, which originally was intended for Westminster Cathedral, but they couldn't afford it. So the bloke designing this building decided to buy it at a discount and get it sent up by river. George John Skipper of Norwich was the architect. There's the glass dome ceiling, and there's the air fountain right in the middle, which was an early air conditioning system disguised beneath a bronze pendant, which you'll see later on swinging as the air comes through. Now everyone was getting very excited about this clock, because there's only one of few in existence that still go. As we all sat patiently waiting for it to strike 3 o'clock. Now she wouldn't let us record video as we were going around. I wonder why, probably so we can hear her shit lefty jokes, which no one found funny, or probably laughed just out of politeness. Come on, Mrs. Harrison, through the door. Now you may be thinking I couldn't work in there with those flickering lights. It wasn't flickering. It's what happens when you have a camera. Of course, because we had a lefty tour guide, she had to tell us the story of a woman, a lone secretary working down on the marble floor, who was constantly getting asked out on dates by her colleagues. And she got quite annoyed by it, I'm sure. I'm sure she didn't. But needless to say, they sent her upstairs and gave her an office all of her own so she could sit there on her own and do her work. Although you can probably imagine that she left that room at least 20 times a day just so she could talk to someone. Because God forbid a woman can be quiet. Now, if you are ever in Norwich, do sign up for a tour. There's a security guard hard at work on TikTok. Now, how can you tell the difference between alabaster and marble? Well, marble always stays cold. Alabaster warms up to the temperature of the room that it's in. Now, it's very high security when you come in the building, for obvious reasons. People are up to no good, so I'm very glad that we were inspected and searched by people of foreign descent. Come on, air vent, move! Well, it's swinging a little bit. Now, beyond the marble hall and the meeting rooms, you're not really allowed to look anywhere else. And to be honest, there's probably not that much else to see other than computer screens. How exciting. But anyway, we need to go off and catch a train. But not before stopping to look outside at the seahorse dragons with their tits out. Now, this train line runs from Sheringham, where I went to the Viking Festival a little while ago, all the way up to Holt, and you get a 3-course meal on the train as well. It was like Murder on the Orient Express, only this one didn't start in Israel. It's nice to see things like this are still going. Although me and Mrs. Harrison were the youngest people on the train. It was a treat for the in-laws to take them on the train, and for obvious reasons, because MI5 watch this, I can't show them in the video. They don't want to be associated with us racists. Because you're getting a 3-course meal, you have to go up and down the track 3 times, which is great because it meant a fag break at every end. How ideal. It's always nice to have a day off, away from the doom and gloom of politics. I highly recommend you do things like this, supporting things that we used to build on our own without anyone's help. Otherwise, they will just disappear. Until next time, ta-ta for now.